All right, well, let's get it going because it's a big topic, and we all know about Caitlin Clark, the all-time leading scorer in college basketball history, at least NCAA history. I don't know if that's NAIA, but the NCAA, man or woman. Ice Cube, the legendary rapper, actor, producer,
entrepreneur.
Rob, yes, entrepreneur. He runs the Big Three. Friend of our show as well.
Has been on many times here with us.
Yes, good brother. He says, Rob, he has offered Caitlin Clark $5 million to play in the Big Three in the summer. That's the 3-on-3 league that Cube is the commissioner of, founder of. And she'll be able to play in the WNBA games and all of that. And, Rob, what are your thoughts on this?
I thought that was pretty smart on his part.
Very smart on Cube's part, absolutely.
He sees what's going on, Chris. His league needs eyeballs, okay? His league needs to sell tickets. And he's looking at somebody who plays basketball and figures, hey, why not get this lightning rod that's selling tickets, that's lighting up TV sets, that's cooking up TV ratings and all that.
Yep.
Let me go get her. But with all
very smart for Cube.
No doubt. But Chris, this is with no disrespect to him. She is too big for the Big Three. And not only that, Chris, she's too big for the WNBA. I am convinced that Caitlin Clark should play for an NBA team, Chris, not a WNBA team. And I want to say this before you poo-poo me or before you tell me I'm a sugar, I'm crazy.
You beyond a sugar.
Okay?
She ain't good enough.
Hold on.
She ain't good enough.
Hold on. Let me say this.
Period.
This ain't no stunt like Eddie Goodell.
It must be, because you should know. You've covered the NBA. She good enough to play in the NBA?
Yes, she is. And I'm going to tell you why.
Embarrassing.
This is not Eddie Goodell with the White Sox, Chris. Remember they had the small person who gave up the bat and they tried to get him to walk every at-bat? This is not that.
Well, of course
this is not a sideshow. This is not the bearded lady at the circus. This is not what it could be. The NBA right now is so soft as far as physical play. They allow almost anyone to just take three-point shots. And I believe, I really do, that she could put up threes in this man's NBA. This is not 2004. This is not the 90s, Chris. This is an NBA where the three ball is open. It's open to be had. And if you have players and you set her up somewhere.
Why is it Jimmer Fredette in the NBA?
Because he can't play. He's not the all-time leading scorer.
He's better than Caitlin Clark.
He's not the all-time leading scorer. We just saw Steph Curry. Go up against a female in a three-point shooting contest, right?
It's not about skills.
Chris,
it's about athleticism. It's about size. It's about strength. This is embarrassing for you.
No, it ain't. I'm telling you, she could play.
You don't know what
she
you're
can make
talking
shots
about.
in the NBA. If they get her on some screens, they open her up for some shots, some open looks. Nancy Lieberman already played in a men's league, and that wasn't taking
What
threes.
men's league?
It was a minor league. What was that? I can't remember the name of it, but she played. Google it.
She didn't play in a
woman.
professional, the NBA.
Yeah, they paid, not the NBA, but it was a men's league. And in this NBA, Chris, where you're not physical, where you can put up threes, I'm telling you, I think she can make threes in the NBA. I'm not saying she's going to be a star.
I'm telling you, you're crazy.
Okay.
And this is no disrespect to Caitlin Clark. All right, what did Serena Williams, the greatest women's tennis player of all time, say when she was asked if she could beat men? Didn't she say she'd be ranked like 700th or something like that among men? I mean, come on, Rob.
We're not asking her to be the best player in the league. We're asking her to make some threes.
You are so disrespecting the quality of play in the NBA.
I'm talking about the physical play of the NBA.
It's still somewhat physical. And speed, quickness. Caitlin Clark is not quick for an NBA player. Caitlin Clark is 6 feet, 154 pounds. And she is awesome. But she shouldn't even be compared to NBA players. I hate to even say, but she's not good enough to play in the NBA. I think if the big three got guys from minor leagues playing overseas now who are 25, 26 years old, she couldn't play with them. She could play with the old guys that aren't in shape and they just playing around. But young guys that play ball for a living, professionals, no. She's not good enough. And I hate to even say it that way because why are we even talking about her being in the NBA? I mean, I asked you about Jimmer Fredette. Jimmer Fredette was a phenomenal college basketball player against men.
She was
at the highest level.
He wasn't the greatest college basketball player.
But he wasn't playing against women, Rob. He's playing against men who are biologically stronger, bigger, faster. All right? And he was not athletic enough to consistently get his shot off in the NBA. What makes you think she would be?
I think that with the way that they play the game now,
you act like it's like
it is
not no defense whatsoever.
I know everybody thought it
sounds like you just want to take a shot at the NBA.
No, I think she's putting up shots from the logo.
Against
Why can't
who?
she do that in the NBA?
Against
it doesn't
who?
matter. We just saw
it doesn't matter?
We just saw an All-Star game where they didn't put their hands up defensively.
Don't dare compare an All-Star game to real NBA basketball,
there's a lot of open shots that you see in the NBA every night. Are you telling me that
team is going to focus our whole offense around getting Caitlin Clark open threes?
I didn't say that they had to focus.
That's what you did say. Run her off some screens and see what she could do.
I didn't say
in that case, Rob, you know what? Honestly,
she's not going to be the star of the team, but can she play and put up some shots?
No, she can't.
Yes.
She wouldn't get off the bench.
Can't means unable to, Chris.
And there is physical play. I mean, she's not good enough.
What physical play in the NBA? Really?
Boxing out. Defense gets physical.
She can play on the perimeter. She could get hurt. Play on the perimeter.
Rob, you've had some bad takes in your day. This takes the cake by a mile.
I'm telling you, ridiculous. She's too good for the WNBA. That would be a waste of talent.
Let's see her go there and eat up the WNBA. Let's see. Because Brittany Griner was killing in college, and she's great. There's a lot of great players that have played in the WNBA. What makes you think she's too good?
This is
too good for the WNBA. Is she definitely better than Diana Taurasi? Is she definitely better than Cheryl Swoops was?
Yes, because they weren't shooting from the perimeter in this way.
The game is more than shooting, Rob.
It's a different league, though,
Chris,
game is more than shooting. Cheryl Swoops was playing. It's a way different league. Can you at least acknowledge that? Is it a different league?
It's still basketball, and it's still men, and it's still women.
It's still
speed. Caitlin Clark is not fast or quick enough to play in the NBA. Forget the strength. Obviously, she's not strong enough. I mean, come on, man. Who's she guarding? Who's she keeping in front of her?
There are plenty of guys who don't guard anybody every night. We talk about it on this radio station. I'm talking about somebody to make shots from the perimeter.
Rob, there are a lot of, just like the greatest dunkers aren't in the NBA. They can jump. They can do things in the air, but they can't play the game. There's a lot of guys that are awesome shooters that are not in the NBA because you got to be quick enough to get open and get your shot off and things like that and shoot it. When you are shooting it under duress and under pressure, it's a lot different than shooting it wide open.
I get
and she would be under major duress because the men's game is so much faster than the women's game.
That doesn't mean that she wouldn't be able to get some looks
just because Nancy Lieberman wiped the floor with you, don't act like Caitlin Clark. And again, all due respect, she is a phenomenal player. I don't know if she's the best women's player ever. Obviously, Cheryl Miller. There's some others you could mention, but she's in the conversation. But that doesn't mean she could play in the NBA. And we really shouldn't even diminish her by can't compare her to these NBA players, Rob. The G League players are awesome. She couldn't play in the G League.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah,
I'm not convinced of that. I'm not convinced of it.
Did you ever play organized basketball?
Yes.
I'm serious.
Yes, but
there's no way.
not on that level. But I'm saying she's the greatest shooter that we've seen from the perimeter for a women's game.
But
I'm saying if you're
shooting
going to
is not the whole thing.
hold on.
Okay,
If you're going to give somebody an opportunity, it should be her. It should be her. Can we have her go to training camp? Can we have her fail? Can some NBA team give her an opportunity? Chris, what is so wrong with trying and giving her an opportunity?
League,
if she can't
I don't
make
think
it,
the NBA is a
if
circus.
she can't make it,
I think she should go to the WNBA.
It ain't
it's
a circus.
The Women's National Basketball Association for a reason. She's a woman.
That's all right.
Let her play against the women.
It doesn't mean that women haven't been able to do things that we thought.
And demolish men or women. I mean, she might not even be the best player in the WNBA. Gino Auriemma says she's not even the best player in college.
Well, that's because he's not one of his players.
Nah, but Paige Beckers a few years ago was more touted than Caitlin.
Nope.
I mean, that's a legit argument. Caitlin might be better, but he ain't just blowing smoke. I mean, Paige Beckers is nice.
I want to hear him say that.
He said
it
just a couple days ago.
I'm talking about a coach who's not picking one of his players. That's what I'm talking about. I take it with a grain of salt because he didn't.
I mean, just
she didn't play at
leading
UConn.
Scorer, Rob,
she
doesn't
play
mean
at
you're
UConn.
the best player.
All I'm saying
more
is,
about. I mean, I think Caitlin Clark is the best, but I'm just saying Paige Beckers is she bad too. And Juju, I know she's only a freshman, but we're debating Caitlin Clark in the NBA. I don't think she could play in the NBA. Rob does. Your thoughts?
Give her a shot. Give her a chance. Joe in Hawaii, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Joe?
Rob, you cannot be serious.
Thank you.
Caitlin Clark couldn't play for La Lumiere or Mount Vernon or even a decent high school championship level team, maybe not even a boys varsity level team anywhere. My son would lock her up. You're crazy.
All right, if that's your opinion, I disagree. I think
she could play for some high school team.
I think that
I don't
the
think
idea that she can't play at all is just
highest
that's
level
just
of high school.
That's
well,
just
Rob,
that's just the gender bias that she couldn't compete at. I'm just saying
this, Rob. There's biology.
But there's some people
science.
out there who, no matter what, will think that like a woman. I played against women, girls in Little League. They pitched
Little League.
I'm just saying,
like how old?
But Little League is still 12.
There's not that much difference between boys and girls.
But I'm just saying,
age.
People act like they couldn't pitch,
puberty,
or they couldn't throw the ball, or they couldn't hit. I've seen girls play.
You acting like there's no biological difference. Remember when Venus and Serena played? They said they could beat any man outside of the 200. 1998 Australian Open. The 203rd ranked man in the world played them, beat Venus 6-2, Serena 6-1. Just saying.
Okay. In the NBA, where they got open threes all day. Michael, in Texas, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Michael?
Hey, Chris, you need to get away from Rob. Rob got lost his mind.
I know, man. It's
absolutely lost his mind. Man, I never called in a radio show till now.
Really?
But I heard that outrageous tape, and I had to call. Man, she couldn't play D1 ball against the guys playing there.
No, she couldn't.
No way.
And Rob, you know this. They get men from campus to practice against these D1 women's teams. Just random men, maybe play some high school ball and stuff like that. You can't do that with men's teams. I mean, come on, man.
Hey, let her get out there and put up some shots, just like everybody else in the NBA. Jeff in New York, you're on the Odd Couple, Fox Sports Radio. What's up, Jeff?
Hey, fellas. Great show. Long-time listener, first-time caller. I almost never agree with Mr. Rob Parker. However, all he's trying to do is illustrate how bad the NBA is right now. And if you think about it, is she really any different than Steve Kerr?
Yes. 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 Stop disrespecting Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr was an incredible college player. But why wasn't he that good in the NBA? Because, a star. I mean, he actually had a nice career. But he wasn't a star in the NBA because he wasn't quick enough, fast enough, big enough, or strong enough. But he's 6'3", 175. And she was 6 feet. She's 6 feet, 155. Come on. Steve Kerr.